What is up, guys? It's your boy No Risk, No Premium, back with another episode of the Market Overview, guys. Today we had FOMC and we had a day three of continuation to the upside. I'm not going to lie here. I was getting a little skeptical of this declining volume back into like an ADMA, but nonetheless, the market reacted on Powell. Sometimes you just have to play the reaction, right? You got to play the chart, not your heart. They were buying calls at the bottom. They were getting long. So you had to get long as well. But now we've had a full breakdown and retest of this 200-day moving average, getting close to the previous week high as well. So we're getting close to resistance. I think so. But let's go on really quickly to see what's on the docket for tomorrow that we have to pay attention to. BOE rate hike or cut will be interesting. That's at 8 a.m. our time, Eastern Standard Time. But we do have continuous jobless claims. That'll be the big one. Continuing jobless claims will be give a reaction 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's 1 hour before the market open. Then 30 minutes in, we have vehicle sales, factory orders, durables, etc. Blah, 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 blah. All this kind of garbage. Nothing that's going to, I believe, make or break the market by any means, but something we need to pay attention to know that there is a lot of data coming out at that time. We could get a wick down, wick up, liquidity grab, whatever you want to call them. So let's just pay attention there. And then the other thing we got to pay attention to is what? Is the Apple. Apple is on Thursday at the close. So if you're going to play Apple, probably don't play it tomorrow before the market closes because the premiums will be rather inflated. I would probably just wait and play the Ivy Crush on Friday. Plus, it'd be great Lotto Friday. I'll have a good understanding. Plus, we'll know if Apple does well or not. It will really drive the two indices that we like to trade the most is QQQ and SPY. Right. So nothing can go wrong as far as just being patient and wait to play Apple until after earnings has come out. Now, if you're selling premium, hey, have at it. Thursday is going to be your day. Tomorrow will be your day to have some fun. Tomorrow, what am I looking for here now as far as tomorrow? Right. We have this huge 42.69, call it 42.70. That's going to be the 200-day moving average. So zoom it in just a tad here. We're getting close to a previous week high. I think that's a great short spot for us, right? For this rally, bouncing off the bottoms, pretty much 41.20, taking us up to 4,300, 180 points to the upside. Maybe we'll put some breaks on up there. Maybe we'll see some sellers. I believe so, right? I know that's a previous week high. I don't like taking a break of the previous week high or low on the first attempt. It's just one of the rules I have. So I'll more than likely be looking for a reject here at this zone initially. Any dips into our 42.15 to 4,200, I'll be looking to take longs under there. You can use that to short trade. I think we come back down to about 41.40, tiny little gap here from the Globex that was left open. But I do think underneath 4,200, we can easily come down and see this 41.40 zone. Onto the SPY chart, same thing with the ES chart, right? Making our way to today's high, right? It's 423.50. Go figure. What's the daily? Zoom this out. Or zoom in. What's the daily 200-day moving average? 423.33. I mean, kissed it right on the nose. Okay, so as far as tomorrow's concerned, this 425 area, we can easily see previous week high. Initially going to look for a reject in there. Any dips back into about 417 to 418, right? This will be about 4,200, 4,215. That same amount on the ES chart. I'll be looking for any back test into there for some long action. Break underneath that level. Let's watch this 411. We still have a gap fill there. We can see it right here. We can zoom. We can extend this out just a tad. Maybe we go 1, 2, 3. Maybe I don't have any confidence how soon they'll fill that. So we'll put it out for a while. So we're going to use this 417, 418 as our pivot, right? Where they're going to bounce off it. Break underneath it. Watch 411, 409 for our bounce zones. We know there's a big gap on the daily down here. And then 425, 425, 424.50, 425. We're going to look for the possible reject in that zone. We know we're right at the 200-day moving average right now. Onto the QQQ chart, we reclaimed that major 351 multiple weekly support and breakdown. And now we've reclaimed it. That's a big step. So now we're going to look for the back test at 351 to hold. If we get down there, 360 is that previous week high. Likely look for the short in that area for the previous week high at first, right? At first, look for the short. Now, if we break and hold that, I think 365, 370, all these levels to the upside, absolutely. But really just going to trade around this 360 tomorrow. This little wick up here was on one of the earnings, so I'm not really counting that candle. We could see enough times we got into this area 360. So that's going to be the big level I'm watching for tomorrow. So 351, any back test and hold. There's a tiny little gap on the daily here at 351. Watch that back test and hold. Underneath there, I think we just fall out of the sky pretty much down to 345, 342 under there. So watch dips in this area to hold initially. Break and hold under. You can target 345. Take the long call, bounce off this zone. 360 is initial short for me. Break and hold over 360 though. 364, 65 is the area you're going to want to watch. After that, last but not least, WM with held 162. We know how big 162 is. I don't have to zoom out, and you don't have to zoom out on the weekly chart, but you can if you want. You can see how big 162 is, and it's been holding. Next stop, 165.50. Have to get over that level and hold. 167, 169 is going to be opened up from there. Guys, that is all I have got for you. As usual, you got to wake up early, get your levels right, and of course, not do anything fucking stupid. We'll see you bright and early. Peace.